Last year I went out on my own into the forest about an hour from my house to go camping for a night. I wasn't planning anything special, I just wanted to spend some time outside for a day, and then go home, and although inexperienced, I didn't see the harm in being out for just a day. When I got to the camping trail, there were 3 cars parked on the road. Right next to it. I really didn't want to talk to anyone or spend the day around other people, so I kept driving until I found a different trail down the road. There were no places to park, so I had to go further down and then walk back. This trail was very thin and was all dirt, no gravel or anything, so it definitely wasn't a popular spot. I started down it going through relatively flat terrain with nothing but trees and bushes around. As I got about 2 hours in the trail, slowly started thinning out until it was getting difficult to even tell if I was still on it or not. I had a feeling this could happen at the beginning, but I was 2 hours in, so I wasn't even worried about it by then, and had completely overlooked it. I turned around and started to make my way back, trying my best to find the more defined portion of the path. But just 5 minutes later I saw something that made me stop in my place, a cabin sitting right in the middle of the forest. My first thought on seeing it was that I was 100 lost, because I hadn't seen it on the way up. But then my thoughts shifted toward the eerie feeling. It was giving me what was a cabin doing way out here. I approached it slowly, and seeing as it had no door, I looked inside. It was a mess full of old garbage. The longer I stayed through, the more creeped out I got. I turned around and started going back to the trail, but was interrupted by a loud thump from behind me. I looked back at the cabin, and through the doorway, I saw a man appear from behind the wall. He was middle-aged and wearing torn-up clothes, pretty much looking like he lived there. He looked at me with a creepy, emotionless face. I nervously said, "Sorry," then quickly walked away. I looked back once, seeing him staring at me as I got further away. I spent the next hour on edge looking everywhere for the trail, while also making sure I wasn't being followed. As the sun began to set, I got increasingly more worried, but thankfully just before the light was gone, I found the middle of the trail.